Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. So this past weekend, we were able to attend WonderCon 2025, which was the first big convention of the year for us. I was definitely excited and I had a lot of fun being able to go around the show floor, do some hunting for different collectibles, and also go to some panels as well. So definitely had a great time and I was able to pick up a lot of stuff from the convention. So today we're going to go through our haul of all the stuff that we picked up from WonderCon, and I have a big bag here of all of the stuff. This is the bag I got from the Funko booth, but I have even more inside, so we will check out everything we picked up from this year's convention. Now before we get into the rest of the video, if you guys are new to the channel here, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button, also leave a like in this video as well, and you can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. So I have everything I picked up from WonderCon. Of course, most of this stuff's going to be from the Funko booth. But I'm actually going to start with the other stuff I was able to get. And most of that is going to be in this little bag right here. I have some different pins and also like some stickers and other stuff. So first, we'll start with the stuff we were able to pick up from the yesterday's booth, which did have a lot of pins and other collectibles, some different card slaps, things like that. So we got a few different things. They did have some cool like pop culture pins. So I am a big fan of the show I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson on Netflix. And so they did actually have a couple pins of that. You don't really have merch from that show. So it was cool that I saw it here. So there's this one where you have Tim Robinson going, "Are you sure about that?" Just a classic moment from the show. Love this one. And then we also have another pin from I Think You Should Leave. And this is from the newest season, just here for the zip line, where you have Tim going down the zip line. That is such a fun pin that I wanted to pick up. We do collect some pins, so I did grab that. And then one other pin they had there at that booth was this one, the Chill Guy. I am a big fan of the Chill Guy meme. I just think it's really fun, and I like to be a chill guy myself. So I did like to pick this one up, and definitely a lot of fun. And then the other thing we got from yesterday's was this thing right here. This is a Invincible comic book cover card slab. So inside there is a card of like the art from one of the comic book covers of Invincible. And they are numbered. There are some rare ones, and there was a chance to get one signed by one of the creators of Invincible, which is cool. Now, I did not get one of the crazy ones, but I did get some pretty cool artwork on the front. We have Invincible number 68, and on the back, it is numbered as well at number 864. So there we go. It comes in that slab as the card. So pretty cool. I never got something like this before, but I thought I might as well pick it up because I am a fan of Invincible. So it was great. It wasn't something that was too expensive either, so that was nice. And when we were checking out the Funko area with the Funko booth, there's also Loungefly and Mondo, and they had some giveaways over at the Mondo booth. So I was able to pick up this cool little Mondo pin. Has a little Funko crown on there too. Pretty awesome pin. It was just free. They were giving away at the booth. You didn't even have to buy anything, which was nice. It says WonderCon 2025. And then there's also this pretty awesome sticker that they gave me as well. Mondo with that kind of cat going down the hell stairs. That is a pretty sick one. And yeah, I actually really like this. And then over at the Loungefly booth, we were able to get a free pin there as well. This one did come with a purchase, but it is a little Loungefly heart there with the kind of glitter in the back of it. So a nice little pin that they throw in for free. And we actually ended up picking up a couple things from the Loungefly booth. The first thing we got from Loungefly was this Futurama pin. It's going to be limited to just 500 pieces, where you have the Planet Express ship there. Very cool pin. I do like this one a lot. It was $20 because it is a little bit of a bigger pin, but as a big Futurama fan and a collector of pins, and with how limited it was, definitely had to pick that up. Again, I just love the detail in this pin. It is pretty awesome. And then we were also able to pick up one of the wallets that they had exclusive for WonderCon, and this was the Futurama Slurm Can wallet. My wife really loved this one because she is a fan of Futurama as well, so she definitely wanted to grab this one, so I did get it. So here on the front, you have the Slurm Can looking great and tasty, and then on the back, you have from the Slurm episode where they learn where Slurm is made and the Slurm factory with the Willy Wonka parody. You do have the head of the slugs there. And then when you open it up, they actually have a design of a bunch of the different Futurama characters, not even ones that are in that episode. So I'm not sure if you can see in there, but you can see characters like Zoidberg and Hermes and Bender and even Mom in there too. So definitely really, really cool. This is one that she's going to be using for sure. As you can see, she already took it out of the packaging. And like I said, most of the stuff we got was going to be from the Funko booth. Before we get that, at the ending night... Now, of course, most of the stuff that we have left is going to be from the Funko booth. But I don't know. Now, of course, most of the stuff we have left to go through is going to be from the Funko booth. But there's one other thing we did on Saturday, and that was attending the Rokimoto panel. Mike Becker's brand new company, who was the founder of Funko. He launched a brand new kind of Japanese-inspired collectible company. Definitely a lot of fun, some cute collectible figures there. And they did have a panel, and they gave us some take-home gifts. So one of the things they gave us was a Rokimoto figure. Now, we actually did open it up because we did want to see which one we got like right away. But they did give us Mina the Penguin, one of the characters. And this one actually had 4 different variant colors, with one of them being the very rare pink one. Now, we did not get that one, but we did get the red Mina the Penguin, and this was a nice little free giveaway, which was nice. They're normally $15, so not super expensive, but it is fun to be able to get our first Rokimoto for free. She even has like her little tail on the back too, top hat, cane, definitely a little cute character. And this one, they actually announced during the panel, they're going to be doing some animated kind of shorts and stuff with these characters. This character is actually going to be voiced by Tara Strong, which is pretty awesome. And then also at the Rokimoto panel, we were able to get this free poster as well, which is pretty great, where it shows Rokimoto with one of the characters and a little dog next to it. On the bottom, it shows Rokimoto and then WonderCon panel and the date. So pretty great poster. And as some of my first things from Rokimoto, this is one I'm certainly going to hold on to. And maybe if I get to see Mike Becker in the future, maybe I can get it signed. And speaking of posters, when we went to the Funko booth, we were able to get a free poster with our purchase, which was cool. And this one I actually really, really like. It does say, "Welcome to Anaheim," and shows WonderCon convention on the bottom with the dates. And you have Freddy, Franny, and Proto with the banners in the back of Funko, Loungefly, and Mondo. So nice little poster there. I do like it. Actually, I'm kind of sad they did not try to do pops with Freddy, Franny, or Proto wearing their outfits here, kind of cosplaying. That would have been really great, but they decided not to do any of the mascots at this year's convention, which is kind of sad. But, you know, definitely a fun little poster at least. Now let's get into all of the products that we got from the Funko booth. There was quite a bit of cool stuff that we got. Some brand new limited edition collectibles and just some ones that I was super excited about. Now we're going to start with the newest product that Funko has released, and that is their brand new Biddy arcade figures. A couple years ago, Funko did introduce their Biddy Pops, which are small little 1-inch size vinyl figures. So it would be the same figures they have released previously, but now Biddy size. So much easier to collect, and a lot of people are loving them, and they're starting to expand them out a lot more. They've done Biddy Rides, Biddy Pop Towns, and it looks like they're going to do even more. And now they've introduced their Biddy Pop Arcades. And so we've had our first Biddy Arcades that we were able to get, and this first one is going to be Tron, which is pretty awesome. So you have Tron there and as a little Biddy Pop, a little 1-inch figure. And then they also have the arcade style game that you'd be able to find, where you can actually put the Biddy Pop inside the arcade game. So that way it looks like he's showing up on the screen. Definitely a fun little display. And then we also picked one up for Sonic the Hedgehog. So very cool there, where you have, again, the little Sonic, and you do have the ability to put him in the arcade game. And if you want to see how it looks or how you insert him, there's the instructions on the back. Now, I do want to open these, but for now, I do want to keep them sealed, just because They are the first ones. I might want to keep them sealed for now. I could always pick up ones later or decide to open it up, but for now, I am going to keep it closed. Now getting into the pops we were able to get, my favorite one that we were able to get, which we were able to get fairly easily, is actually the Fairly Odd Parents Funko Pop of Auntie Cosmo and Auntie Wanda. Such a cool one. A nice follow-up to the convention exclusive they put out for San Diego Comic-Con. Was that back in 2023? So we've definitely waited for more Fairly Odd Parents pops. I know they just announced they're starting to release some other ones, like the Fishbowl one, and I believe there's another Cosmo Wanda, but now we're getting Auntie Cosmo and Auntie Wanda as the kind of evil versions of them, the anti-fairies. So fun. We have Cosmo kind of being that smart, devilish fiend, and then you have Wanda, which a little bit more low IQ, like Cosmo normally is, but it's so fun because she's actually eating the sandwich with her feet. So definitely absolutely loving this one here. And you do have the convention exclusive sticker right there as well, along with the brand new authenticity sticker that you can scan. Now, when it came to this year's Funko booth, they did things a little bit differently. And the first thing they did was increase the price of their exclusive figures. We're now, instead of it being starting at $15, they were starting at $20, but they did come with a hard stack, which I guess is a little bit of a better value since hard stacks are $10. But we did pick up some in that $20 range, and one of them was going to be this Sasuke pop from Naruto. I thought it was just cool to be able to pick up some more of the convention exclusive ones with the sticker. So I did get the Naruto one here, but definitely a lot of fun. And you can see it does come with the hard stack, but of course you can take it out to get a little bit better look at the figure. So here we are with Sasuke. It is the Paw Encyclopedia pop. So really cool. It has the cat ears on it as well with the daggers in their hands. It's definitely a fun pop. And again, I kind of mostly got it because it was the convention exclusive sticker, and it's always cool to have it with the actual con sticker. Next, we had a One Piece. Next, we had a brand new One Piece pop, and not only a One Piece pop, but a One Piece pop ride. So had to get in the hype and had to pick it up because I knew it was going to be probably the most popular figure at the convention. And indeed, I think it was, because at least on Saturday, this was the one to sell out. This was Nami with White Hobby Horse, brand new pop ride. And I know how the most recent ones went over the past couple years with the One Piece pop ride. So definitely had to jump on this before it got out of hand. But definitely a nice figure. But it is a little weird that they put it in this kind of 6-incher deluxe box, because it doesn't look like the figure's too big. It looks like there's a lot of space in here. So again, Funko kind of being a little bit weird with the boxes, but definitely a nice figure where you have Nami there with the white horse. What is it? The White Hobby Horse ride there. Definitely really cool. And speaking of One Piece, there was another One Piece exclusive that they brought out this year, and this is Bartholomew Kuma, which is the first time we've ever gotten this character. And again, had to pick him up because of the One Piece hype. So did grab him right there. Again, don't know much about him, but he does look like a really cool character, especially with the ears on the top. Always fun when they have a little animal design with them. Now, this next one I picked up is actually one of the limited edition items. It was actually much higher price point compared to the regular pops, which was at $20 for the regular 4-inch figures. This one was priced at $40 because it was a 2,000-piece limited edition pop with their brand new program, which still don't know how to feel about, but I thought I'd pick it up just to have it be like that first limited figure, you know. But we were able to get this figure here, which was Tasha with the Denominaticon. Hard for me to say that word, but it is from Dungeons and Dragons, and as you can see there on the box, it does say limited to 2,000 pieces. And I'm not quite sure how well you can make it out. Maybe if I take off the lid, you guys can probably see it a little bit better. But it is a brand new hard stack that they have that does say authentic limited edition from Funko. So going forward, all of the pops that are going to be, at least from the conventions, I don't know if it's in general, but all the ones from the conventions at least are going to come with the hard stack with this special top, which I guess is nice to have that to be able to call out a little bit more. Plus, if they swap out the hard stack, you'll kind of know that this was for a limited edition piece and it might not be, you know, in the first condition. But definitely a nice little figure where she is floating. I'm always a fan of floating pops there, where it makes it a little bit more dynamic, and she is holding the demonic. And this next one was one of my favorites from this year's convention. It was a Nickelodeon pop, and I'm always a big fan of Nickelodeon figures when they get released. And this one was Invader Zim. Such a cool one. We haven't gotten an Invader Zim pop in a while, so it's awesome for them to go back and make some more. And this one is Invader Zim with the arms kind of looking like Iron Spider, but such fun detail, especially with the smile and everything. This is a great pop. I'm so happy we're able to get it here, especially with that official con sticker. And now the final figure we were able to pick up is from Marvel. Actually, the only Marvel pop I think they released this year, so kind of surprising. But we did get a brand new Captain America pop from Captain America Civil War. And this is, of course, Captain America in his stance where he's fighting, and he says his line, "I can do this all day." And you actually have the speech bubble above him as well. Something they're starting to do a little bit more with the Marvel figures. I want to say there's like 5 or 6 of them they've done so far. I think they did like a Hulk one, they did an MJ one, I think a Spider-Man one too, and now we are getting Captain America. So I do like this. I love the pose and everything, just classic Captain America. Well, there we have it, guys. There's our look at our haul from WonderCon 2025. Definitely got some great stuff. Again, mostly fun Funko, but definitely happy with our haul. But I gotta say, what we picked up this year for WonderCon pales in comparison to what we got at San Diego Comic-Con. So that's just a few short months away. I'm looking forward to the next convention there. But we are actually going to be going to Star Wars Celebration in Japan very soon. So I'm looking forward to be able to go and enjoy that and see everything that we have there. So that's our next convention that we are looking forward to. I'm planning on doing some videos from there. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel to see what we have coming from Star Wars Celebration. And then down the road, you know, of course, going to San Diego Comic-Con. Now I do want to hear from you guys. What do you think of our haul from WonderCon 2025? Did you end up going to WonderCon? What were your pickups? Did you order anything from Funko or any of the other companies that were there at WonderCon that had exclusives? I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on all this in the comments down below. And of course, if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like in this video as well, and of course, hit that notification bell to be notified when we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.